Synthetic marijuana, also known as K2 or spice, has become a rampant problem here.
Like this lost soul was barely able to stand. Just watch as he struggles to maintain himself in the street.
You're good, just lay down. Just lay down.
Today in the Upper West Side, getting commentary from people who are just passing by about the influx of K2 in the news.
Synthetic marijuana. On the street, it's called spice or K2, and it's showing up in neighborhoods across the nation.
So do you know what K2 is?
An alternative for marijuana, but it's like a different, I don't know, different chemical. It's not real. I know that much.
If you take a drug test, it's not going to show up in your system.
Because there's no THC in it. So that's why people like it. You get that high.
K2 Alley at Willis Avenue at 149th Street in the Bronx was still living up to its name today, with some users zoned out in zombie-like.
It's not natural at all. It's processed. It's not the real stuff. You feel me?
It doesn't look anything like marijuana whatsoever.
I'm not a weed smoker, but I can tell the difference between it.
I've heard people who've done it their first time and died, so I'm not sure what is in there, but something that is not good for you.
Don't
clearly.
try it, kids.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't believe in trying it most of anything.
Girl, me neither. I've never been high.
You want to stay young?
Okay, now we all know what like regular weed looks like. We know the packaging, we know the smell, haze, skunk, whatever you call it. Like, how different? Thank you. That's what I was looking for. How different does it look physically in front of you?
It looks like potpourri.
Have you ever tried it?
I have not, but I do know people who have. Yeah, I've definitely stopped people from trying it.
My first mind was not to do it, but you know, I just wanted to get high. Yeah. So I just said, all right, what the hell?
Okay, so clearly you bought it when you were like 10 or 15 or however. Who would you say are the main consumers of it now?
The main consumers, I think, is mostly people who either are new or young because they don't know, they're just getting into like weed and they don't know the real stuff from the fake stuff. Or it could just be people who, you know, are really struggling.
I know people started using it as an alternative so they could pass drug tests for work, which I think is really sad, and that's why people were doing it.
Oh,
that was the reason that I was told, like, oh, well, you don't have to, you know, when you take the urine test, it doesn't show up.
There are a lot of people that are like in our situation that are homeless that are doing it, but I wouldn't just categorize it that way. I would say it's all walks of life that are doing it. I don't think it's just the homeless people or people that are poor. Of course.
It's because it's so affordable, it's really cheap, and then the packaging is so bright, and you could seem like it's packaged for children, actually, for younger people,
I mean, they put butterflies on it, they put all types of... Yeah, they make it look like attractive, and it catches your eye, and you're like, ooh, you know, and that is a false advertisement. I mean, it's really messed up how they get the public to just get into it because they see the packaging of it and they're like, oh, let me try this. And it lures you. It lures you into it because now they have the packaging. Before they used to have it in the bottles. Oh, yeah. So now with this fancy packaging and everything like that, it's an attraction. And then the smell of it. Some people like the smell of different flavors, so that's also attracting to them as well.
Wait, so what does it smell like exactly?
Some of them smell like fruit, like strawberry, blueberry. Some of them smell like cinnamon, apple. You know, they have different flavors. So that's what I think that's why, or blueberry or something like that. That's what people are attracted to. They're thinking, oh, great, now I can smoke weed and it has like blueberry, cherry, or watermelon or whatever strawberry flavoring, and it doesn't have no THC. And so I can do this. I don't have to worry about if I get a drug test, I'll be okay. And that's what lures them to it.
Yeah, I guess. I lived in Washington Heights for a long time, and I know they sold it in a lot of the bodegas, and so I was sitting there talking to people about it, because I started noticing them smoking it and standing outside acting really strange. Like some guy took off half his clothes, started talking about things he was seeing. I was like, okay, that's clearly something we should not take.
Right.
Yeah, and then I did a little research. I know a lot of people who smoke marijuana, so they were telling me, oh, there's this alternative that you can buy in the corner store. So I did some research and realized it was completely, I don't know what it's actually made of. I didn't read that far, but I know that it can cause hallucinations and, you know, erratic behavior, and it can actually kill people. I know that there was a certain, I don't remember the rate, but I remember reading about that. It actually has killed people, so.
I took 2 tokes, big tokes of this stuff. And when I inhaled it, I didn't think anything of it at first. My head felt like it rose up.
It's just this weird type of head high. It's nauseating. You have this type of nausea. Your head is spinning. You feel dizzy.
And I've seen people zone out and just stand in the middle of the sidewalk for hours and not know what their name is or where they're going or anything.
I just felt like I said, my head go like this, rise. My heart rate was beating really fast. And then I was like, zombie-ish. And I went down the stairs, sat down and stared at my television. And I don't even know how many hours. He can tell you how many hours I just sat there staring at not on television.
So do you think, like, just based off of your experience and seeing it, like, firsthand, would you compare it something to, like, angel dust, for example? Or, like, I'm just trying to understand, like, what can we compare it to? I don't really...
That's what I was trying to figure out.
It's like if you took acid, or if you took, what did you call that again?
Angel dust.
Angel dust or cocaine. Those are the three categories I would categorize it as. Honestly, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I would not recommend anybody to do it.
So we didn't like it because it was a weird type of high, so we just didn't do it ever again. It wasn't normal, you know what I mean? It wasn't a normal type of high. So, but the other people that have been hearing that continued with the K2 is just like, they're not the same, you know what I mean?
I mean, like, I saw how one guy was like in the middle of the highway butt naked.
The NYPD released this video that shows a naked homeless man under the influence in the street, blocking a school safety vehicle in Brooklyn. Witnesses to the unpredictable behavior describe it as frightening.
That was wild. I'd never seen anything like that. And I thank God that I didn't have that experience. Okay. You know, I just zoned out, you know, but it was horrible. And I would never try it again. And I would not recommend anyone to do it because I'm scared of it.
It's really dangerous. I'm amazed that they can actually sell it at the corner store like that. I never understood that.
Well, right now
I think they're trying to stop it.
Yeah,
right?
they've banned it from corner stores,
Yeah.
but you can still get it from smoke shops.
That's true. I did see that. I was in Florida recently. They had everything in the smoke shop. Everything things I've never actually
That's
seen.
illegal, right?
But, yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, they had a whole selection of them.